Gene Sapikoff of the Post and Courier here with David Cloninger, Post and Courier premier Gamecock beat writer. David, Will Muschamp had his pre-Louisiana Tech presser today, and a lot of things on his mind. Deebo Samuel out, of course, and Zach Bailey out now for a while. And tough Louisiana Tech team coming to town. Do you think he's going to have any trouble convincing his players and the fan base that Louisiana Tech's pretty darn good?
I don't think they're going to have any trouble with that, Gene, just because of the result of the last game. Let's be frank here. USC should have beaten Kentucky, probably should have beaten them pretty convincingly, and they had every opportunity to do that and then did not. So all the momentum from that 2-0 start, gone. They're not going to have to fight to, overlook Louisiana Tech or anything like that. They know exactly what they're getting into, but now you got to worry about beating a pretty good Louisiana Tech team, and we'll just have to see how this offense and defense responds.
Yeah, David, I think this is obviously a critical game if you're starting to count games for bowl eligibility. And like you, I thought the Gamecocks were going to really handle Kentucky and win convincingly. I think it is up to Jake Bentley to put this offense on its back without Deebo, without Zach Bailey, running game struggling, and he's going to have to make good decisions on those RPOs. What about on the defensive side there, David?
Just got to make tackles, Gene. I mean, they knew exactly what Kentucky was going to do. They knew that they were going to run with Benny Snell. They knew they were going to run the Wildcat, and they still couldn't stop it. It's been the same story for the past 4 years. So you knew the defense was always going to be kind of thin, but it could make the big plays in the red zone. Well, they couldn't even do that against Kentucky. So, with Jake Bentley, it's going to be a case of like, look, yes, it's unfair to ask you to have to shoulder this burden, but life is not fair. And despite only playing 10 games, this will be his 11th. You got to go out there and get it done. You got to find a way to give this team a boost and be the leader because, like it or not, you're the guy everybody looks to.
David, let's talk about one more thing. Parker White is now the kicker on Field Goals, Wando High School, first year of college football. Do you think Parker White's going to have this job for a while, or could this be a revolving door at kicker?
Well, it's going to be his job until he starts missing. And I know that he missed 2 field goals last week, but one was from 54, and that was after he made a 49-yarder that got called back because of delay of game, and then one was from 52. So he's just got to go out there and make the kicks. And honestly, I think speaking from the coach's standpoint, they really need him to go ahead and make these kicks, because if you don't, who do you turn to? You got to go back to a Wozniak or maybe a guy who hasn't tried it before, and then you're just kind of right back at square one.
Yeah, that's right, and I think a lot of these games down the stretch could come down to the kicking. All right, for Gene Sapikoff, this is David Cloninger, and we'll be back at you with Post and Courier, and read all about it at postandcourier.com.
See you Saturday.